I used to think making macrame earrings was way too complicated, but it doesn't have to be. I'm going to walk you through step by step on how you can make these lightweight boho earrings.
Welcome to BOCHIKNOT. My name is Kaya, and this is my mom, and her name is Nicole.
Thank you, Kaya. And in this video, we are going to be going over how to make these pretty DIY boho earrings. And that is because we are using thin 1.5 millimeter string to make these. The knotted part of this design can be a little bit tricky because we are using double half hitch knots with 1.5 millimeter string to make them, so it can be a little bit difficult, but not to worry because I'll be walking you through everything step by step at a relatively slower pace, so if you are a beginner, you should still be able to follow along with. If you're looking for a new accessory to go with your outfits this summer, this is a great and fun project for that. And without further ado, let's jump right in. For this pattern, you will need 2 fishhook earrings. They look like this. We need 2 of these. And then also 2 jump rings. Now, my jump rings here have a diameter of about 15 millimeter. And I got mine at my local arts and crafts store at Michael's. And the bag that I got has these jump rings in various sizes. And I'll be using the 15 millimeter ones for this pattern. Now, you will need to open the jump ring and then secure it onto the bottom of the fishhook earring. Because this one is big enough, you don't need pliers, but if you do have jewelry pliers, it does make it a lot easier. So once you have it in, then you just push to close. And then now you have the jump ring on the fishhook earring. Now the string that we will be using today is a 1.5 millimeter single strand string, and I'll be using the color Natural. Even though this is single strand, you can see it's very tightly spun, so it is still fairly easy to knot with. And this is what we're going to be using for the pattern. I'll also be using this macrame board with some T-pins to make this project. To begin, we're going to start off with 1 earring, so 1 fishhook earring plus a jump ring already attached. And I'm just going to pin this down. Now, if you don't have a macrame board or cork board to work from, you can do this from just any stable surface like a table with some tape. Then you're going to need 6 strands of string at 35 centimeters long each. And we're just going to attach each of them to the bottom of the jump ring with reverse Lark step knots. So this might be hard to do with it pinned down, so we're just going to take it off, thread it through the jump ring, bring the ends through, and then tighten. So we're going to do this 6 times at the bottom. Once done, we can now pin the earring down. So now to begin the pattern, we're going to work on what I call a diamond necklace design first. So it's just a row of double half hitch knots on each side and then a small little diamond pattern in the middle. So taking the far left cord, we're going to make a row of double half hitch knots as close to the bottom of the jump ring as possible. So far left cord as an anchor cord, take the next cord to the right for a double half hitch knot to the right. So we're doing over through the left and then over through the left. So do this 3 more times to the right. Okay, once the row of double half hitch knots are done on the left side, you should have 5 knots done here. Then we can do the same thing on the right side. So taking the far right cord as the anchor cord, take the next cord to the left as a working cord for a double half hitch knot. So we're going over and through the right 2 times for 1 double half hitch knot, and then continue to the left. So we've made 2 now, make 3 more to the left. Okay, once the row of double half hitch knots are complete on both sides, make sure that everything looks nice and tight. So, meaning the double half hitch knots in between are tight, so pulling on the anchor cord to fix that on both sides, and making sure that all the knots are pretty tight up against the jump ring as well. If you are satisfied with how your knots look, then we are ready to move on to the diamond part of the diamond necklace. So we would need the middle 4 cords for that. So starting with the middle 2 cords, make a diagonal double half hitch knot to the left. So over to the left, over to the left, and then on the right side, middle right cord as the anchor cord, make a double half hitch knot to the right. So making sure everything is nice and snug, pushing the knots together. Then taking the anchor cord on the right to the left for a double half hitch knot to the left so that it curves back in the opposite direction, like so. Then on the left side, take the anchor cord to the right for a double half hitch knot to the right. Then making sure that the knots are nice and snug on both sides. We're going to end this to finish off that little diamond here with the middle 2 cords for a diagonal double half hitch knot to the left. Like so. And here is our diamond necklace pattern. So what we're going to do now is work on the patterns on the sides. So starting with the left side, we're going to take the far left cord underneath, second cord from the left as an anchor cord for a double half hitch knot to the left. Then bring the anchor cord to the right for a double half hitch knot to the right, so that we have a little curved pattern like a C, similar to how we made the diamond necklace pattern. Now once we're done on the left side, do the same thing on the right side. So far right cord underneath for a double half hitch knot to the right. Then bring the anchor cord to the left for a double half hitch knot to the left. Okay, so the far left and far right sections are complete. And now what we're going to do is with the second section on both sides, we're going to again bring the left cord underneath for a double half hitch knot to the left. But this time, instead of using the same cords to curve back the other way, what we're going to do is we're going to use the anchor cord from the top section, bring it down, and we're going to use this as a working cord for a double half hitch knot to the left. So like this. And then now that we have two cords here, we're actually going to curve back for a bigger C. So taking the anchor cord we just used, same working cord, we're now making a double half hitch knot to the right. Then taking that second cord above, we're also going to add it on for a double half hitch knot to the right. So this is going to be a bigger curved pattern, like so. And now we can make the same pattern on the right side. So with the two cords here, take the right cord underneath for a double half hitch knot to the left. And then instead of curving back the other direction right now, we're going to take that anchor cord from the section above, use it as a working cord for a double half hitch knot onto the same anchor cord from the second section. So make a double half hitch knot to the right. And then now we can curve back in the opposite direction with two double half hitch knots. So taking the first one, make a double half hitch knot to the left. Take the second one, make another double half hitch knot to the left. Make sure everything is nice and snug again. Then we're going to finish off this little heart-shaped pattern in the middle. On the left side, same anchor cord from the second section. With the middle left two cords, make two more double half hitch knots to the right. And then on the right side, we're going to do the same thing. Two double half hitch knots to the left. And then with the middle two cords, make one more diagonal double half hitch knot to the left. And then we are now complete with one earring. And this is the pattern. So taking the second earring with a jump ring, repeat the exact same pattern once more. So once we're done with the pattern on both earrings, this is what it should look like. And now all that's left to do is to trim the fringe to your desired length. So if you like it longer or shorter, that's your own personal preference. I'm just going to leave about an inch and a half. Now if you want really precise cuts, you can always add some tape on top for your marker to mark where you should be cutting. I'm just going to freehand it. And then do the same thing on the other one. Once done, this is what the earrings should look like. Now, this is a personal preference, but if you want, you can fluff out the fringe and then reshape it again. If you like that fluffy fringe texture, you can definitely do that. I might actually fluff them out for this pair. So using a fringe comb, separate out the strands so it becomes nice and fluffy. And then you can retrim the fringe once more. So once you've fluffed it out, retrim them. And this is what it looks like after we have fringed it out and retrimmed it. Now, if you do want the fringe to stay relatively like they are right now, you want to treat the fringe, I do have a separate video tutorial on that, and I'll link that up here and also in the description below. Basically, just tips on how to better shape and better hold your fringe so that it stays intact for longer. But here are the complete earrings, and now the pattern is complete. And that's a wrap with our macrame boho earrings. What do you guys think of this pattern? Let me know in the comment section below. I really like this design in particular because of those curved double half hitch knot rows. If you wanted something simple, you can obviously use way less knots and just attach the cord and leave the majority of the pattern with just fringe. But I wanted to add this double half hitch knot design because it does add some more visual interest to the earrings to make them really stand out. If you guys enjoyed this project and would like more variety on projects to help elevate your macrame skill set, we do have a lot of exclusive tutorials over on our BOCHIKNOT macrame community on Patreon and over on our YouTube membership. For more info on both of these communities, I'll link them in the description below. I hope you guys had so much fun with these, and as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.